Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we are going to delve deep into the existence of real life giants. Before we get into the video, do not forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories about anything and everything. The legend of giants has intrigued mankind for ages. From ancient myths to modern day TV shows and movies, the idea of enormous humans has captured our imagination. But what if these stories were true in some way? What if they really were giants that walked the earth? One of the most intriguing claims regarding giant humans comes from the Wild West, where people have discovered giant skeletons in caves and other remote locations. But is there any truth to these rumors? Over the years, several reports of giant skeletons have been discovered around the globe, including the Wild West. According to some stories, these skeletons are frequently several feet higher than the typical person, with some even ranging between 15 to 20 feet in height. These assertions have been made by both amateur and expert archaeologists, and also those who unintentionally came into contact with these giant skeletons. Some stories describe entire burial sites filled with giant skeletons, while others focus on individual bones or skulls found in isolation. Unfortunately, many of these assertions are unsupported by reliable data and are often dismissed as myths or hoaxes. One of the most famous discoveries of giant human skeletons was done at Lovelock Cave in the early 20th century. Lovelock Cave, also known as Bat Cave, Horseshoe Cave, Sunset Guano, and Indian Cave, is located 20 miles south of modern-day Lovelock, Nevada. It is a very old cave that predates humans on the continent and in prehistoric times was underneath Lake Lahontan. During the early part of the 20th century, archaeologists found thousands of artifacts inside the cave, leading to a lengthy excavation of the site and speculation that the Paiute legend was real. According to folklore, these giants were described as being vicious, unfriendly, and cannibalistic. As the Paiute legend goes, after years of warfare, all the tribes joined together to rid themselves of the Sitieka. One day, as the tribes were chasing the last remaining red-haired giants, they took refuge in a cave. The Paiutes demanded that the enemy come out and fight, but the giants refused. The coalition of tribes proceeded to shoot arrows at them while starting a large fire at the mouth of the cave. The smoke drove out a few who died as a result of the arrows, while the other giants were either burnt alive or died as a result of asphyxiation. Over time, the entrance to the cave would collapse, leaving it accessible only to bats and cut off from human contact. In 1886, a mining engineer by the name John Reed was told of the legend by the local Indians, who took him to the site to prove that it existed. Reed was unsuccessful in getting an archaeological dig started immediately, but two miners by the name James Hart and David Pugh soon realized the value of guano as an ingredient in gunpowder and created a company to start digging it out in 1911. They stripped a layer of guano from the cave, approximately 3 to 6 feet deep, using a pick and a shovel with little regard to the artifacts, and shipped some 250 tons of it to the Hawaiian Fertilizer Company in San Francisco. Alfred Kroeber, founder of the University of California Anthropology Department, was contacted by Hart and Pugh when they reported finding prehistoric artifacts. This spurred the first archaeological dig of Lovelock in 1912, led by L.L. Loud, also from the University of California. A second dig took place in 1924, and after finishing the excavations, Loud collaborated on a report that was published in 1929. What Loud found was nothing short of amazing. Approximately 10,000 archaeological specimens were uncovered, including tools, bones, baskets, and weapons. Interestingly, radiocarbon dating done on follow-up visits found vegetable material dating back to 2030 BC, a human femur dating to 1450 BC, human muscle tissue dating back to 1420 BC, and basketry dating back to 1218 BC. There is some debate as to the veracity of the claims made regarding the Lovelock giants. During the initial excavations, there were reports of mummified remains being found of two red-haired giants. One was a female who was approximately 6.5 feet tall, and the other was a male who was over 8 feet tall. However, no such evidence remains. Some other evidence for the Lovelock giants includes a set of images that showed a handprint more than double the size of a normal man's hand that was imprinted on a boulder inside the cave. These images were released by Bigfoot investigators M.K. Davis and Don Monroe in 2013. The site is significant in an archaeological context because it is an example of a legend being confirmed by archaeological evidence. In this case, a legend that the Paiute elders had been telling their tribal children for years. What do you think about the Lovelock giants? Do you think that giants roamed the earth in the past? Or do you believe that giants are still among us today? Let me know in the comment section down below, and as always, do not forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories about anything and everything. Thank you.